Welcome to During Business Hours. My name's Christopher.
And I'm Eric.
Hey, Eric. How was your evening?
It was a late night. Couldn't sleep.
I didn't sleep till like 1:30. My daughter got permanent marker all over my $2,000 dining room table. It will not come out. I was up all night just anxious. I was like, oh, my wife didn't tell me about this. And then my wife took out you stock old things in boxes and then stack them and put them away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of my boxes was dumped out. All of the older cables, extension cords, lights, a projector and cables and old switch controllers, everything out just in a shoebox. Because she had bought me a Christmas gift that she threw the box away for, and FedEx was at the door. So she panicked. That's when she called me yesterday. I'm like, it's not my problem. Just find a box or tell them to come back. Tell them to send somebody tomorrow. We didn't know somebody was coming out immediately when we hit the return button.
Mm-hmm.
But funny enough, she just decides to dump all my things. And I think there's a very blatant lack of my personal space, like appreciation or respect for it. Because every time I come home, everything's just packed on my desk. She's got a giant desk filled with shit that's not clean. And I mean, I bought her a desk, set her up, and it is to the roof of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Pointless shit. She cleans a lot of the house, absolutely. But her desk is full of needless shit. She's going to see this. Honey, I love you. But goddamn, personal space. My desk is my only thing. It's my little knick-knack area. It's where all my shit is. Drives me up a wall. And then I found that, did the dishes. I was up till 2 a.m. Finally got to bed. Alarm goes off at 7. And then I get a call from ADT, and they're like, sir, did you know your bill is past due? I'm like, no, it's not, because I'm canceling. I'm not prepaying you for the next year. And I still have yet to get my $100 refund, which is the funnier part.
Yeah.
So they charged me that $100 for Q1 of 2022, and they're saying it's past due. So that drove me up a wall. I was like, don't you ever fucking call me before 8:30 again. There is a clear, here's where in the country this man is from, here's what time it is. I don't think they can even call before 8 a.m. by law. And still they do, especially when it's collectors or people saying you owe a debt, and I don't even owe a debt. They want me to prepay before the first of the year for that. I'm like, no, you can cancel that shit on the first of the year. Go to Best Buy, grab Simply Safe, suck my nuts. But that was my anxious morning. I've been putting off a lot of the small things. You know, the next door, since we've had the burglaries, the break-in attempts, all the homeless people who get nearly shot on the daily. Shitty customers. Man, procrastination is becoming a big part of life. I know you struggle with it as well, right?
Not always and forever. Procrastination, anxieties. I got them all. Sometimes can't even place where it's coming from.
Just things get put off. You know, It's not even like they're demanding things. I think a lot of business owners will agree with this. Tend to put off the smaller things till they become bigger things. Was it make a mound out of a molehill?
Yeah, making mounds out of molehills.
Yeah. So do the same thing with procrastinating. Oh, I'm going to file that. I'm going to do this. I'll send this in. If it's not immediate, because a big chunk of being a business owner or being in business is mitigating risk and delegating tasks. So if you can delegate, which really is a game of Jenga. So in Jenga, if you can stack it correctly, then it won't be so bad when tower comes falling down. It'll land correctly, for businesses that are not doing so well. For us, the problem is our fucking Jenga tower is so tall sometimes. It just won't fall over. I'm like, just get this shit out of here.
In playing Jenga, if you do everything right, you can create a perfect tower that never topples. You get to the end and perfect. Everything works great. But you got that fucker who puts that middle 1x1 piece and then puts a crisscross middle 1x1 piece, and now you've got a kink. And you go back to putting it normal, but you've got a single thing that could really wrench the whole plan.
I'm so sick of shitty Mondays. There's always somebody who comes in first thing Monday morning, every Monday, someone who's angry. They wait till Monday because I feel like they've been stewing over it all weekend. It causes everyone's Monday anxiety to go through the roof. We have a customer we sold, a laptop to a month ago.
The HP, yeah.
Yeah, it was a brand new laptop. Brand new, in the box. HP laptop.
Brand new in box, popped the back panel off, brand new, all the tape on it.
Mm-hmm.
Sealed it back up, stress tested it, worked great.
Yeah, we bought it from a customer. They had the receipt. They bought it. It was outside their 14-day warranty. They didn't like it.
Yeah.
And so I sold it to this customer who didn't want to pay, I want to say like $285 for a frame replacement on her laptop. It's going to be 2 hours, $69 an hour, plus $150 part, something like that. And so, great customer, typically elderly. Hey, we'll transfer the data for free. Here you go. We just wanted to make the sale, make her happy. Normally, you'd get $150 for the data transfer, the hard drive pull, everything. We bill for our time. We bill correctly. But then you get customers like this that nothing will ever be good enough, and I understand why she has bounced from tech to tech to tech to tech. So she's gone from a local guy named Kevin. Won't say the business name if he's watching. So sorry, Kevin. And he was out of town when she needed this computer fixed, so she found us. Had a great experience with her iPhone battery, her iPhone screen, and then she brings in her laptop. No, she brings in her desktop. She wants that data destroyed, donates the desktop. Then she wants her computer destroyed after purchasing this new one instead of fixing the old one. She's like, no, just destroy the hard drive and then toss the computer. Well, we don't. We sell the computer. It was donated. And then
no information was
a
on it.
month later, which was like last week before Christmas, she comes in and says, hey, well, Kevin told me he can fix this. I would love to have it back. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll double check. Nope, it's already been donated. It's gone. And she's like, oh, okay. I didn't think you'd get rid of it that fast. I'm like, it's been a month. And she's like, well, Kevin said he could fix that for like $40. I'm like, well, he's not seeing what we're seeing. The frame is completely shattered from the housing.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, if he could fix it for $40, that man's working miracles that nobody can.
She keeps saying it was the
hinge.
the bottom case that was broken. The entire hinge had snapped free from the top housing.
Not just the top housing, but the hinge itself had broken.
Yeah.
Looked like it had torqued the top panel of the screen, so it broke the panel, the rear panel from the housing, and they're only like plastic molded anyway. So you needed that top housing plus the hinge itself. So pain in the ass, but we offered to replace it. We were like, hey, here's the cost. Oh, I could just get a new computer for that. We had one for $350. That's what she paid. We're like, hey, all used items are sales final. We do back it with a 90-day guarantee. Any defects, if you have something at 6 months that's wrong, you can call me. I'm not going to charge you full price. I'll charge you for my time. But if you got something that's defective, I will push to get that fixed for you, free of charge. She comes in after asking for that old laptop back and saying she doesn't want the new one. A week goes by, and now miraculously her new computer doesn't work. And it looks like somebody has opened the bottom casing and shoved the charge port in. Oh, Kevin. Now, dear Kevin, were you asked to do something stupid? Looks like it was a setup or a alley-oop.
Yeah.
And I know, I'd when I was younger, I'd go to stupid, illegal lengths for my customers to be like, haha, let's disregard that, and the manufacturer's never going to know. But it's an extreme one. So we let her know that, hey, your charge port has been moved, not shoved. It has been moved. No. Could not. I'd never dropped it, never kicked it in, never did. No. I just want my money back. Ooh. So now that we get to the root cause of it, she brings in her son yesterday morning, 10 a.m. on a Monday. Getting to the good part. Oh, I just want my money back and get my data onto these USB drives and then be done with it. Because it is a lemon, correct? And what did you say to her?
She was trying to say that it was a lemon, and then that was when... Not yesterday was the lemon, it was the day before on the phone, but...
It's Sunday, we were closed. It was yesterday.
God, was that yesterday?
Yeah, it's Monday.
It felt like 6 Mondays. Oh, gets away from you.
Manic Monday.
Yeah, Manic Tuesday. She was trying to get me to say that it was a lemon so that she could, a lemon law or something, which, as far as I know, is only on cars.
No, it's on cars and any sold goods. There's lemon
Is there
protections.
lemon okay, but it's not a lemon. That was when I was explaining to her. She brought it in. It looked like it wasn't working. All we did is move back to Andrew's desk, which was off of the power strip onto an extension cord, which we're gonna, fix that up front so we can actually test. But plug it in, light turn on, charge, work, turn on, was fine. And I was trying to tell her that, we gotta hang on to it a little bit. Just because it worked in the first 60 seconds doesn't mean it's all good, but it's, looking promising. All we did is pop it open, slightly push that charge port forward, close it up.
Yeah, well, because it's slotted.
Yeah.
So the charge port is slotted. There's no way without any damage to those plastics that it could be slotted backwards. There's no damage to the plastics. It looks like somebody picked it up, moved it an inch back, and pushed it down.
Yeah.
So that there's no connection to the charge port. So we fixed that, and then it's got a protective circuit. So when it gets to 100%, it stops charging, stops reading the charger.
Just really cool.
Well, my tech who was working on it did not know that. He was not the one who worked on it originally or sold it to her. I wasn't here. And so when she came to pick it up, it wasn't charging again because he had charged it. He was like, hold on, let me find out what's wrong. And she said her keyboard was dim.
Yeah, she said her keyboard wouldn't light up. Nothing was turning on.
Apparently she had hit function F12, which dims or function F10 dims the keyboard.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That's when you came back and looked at it and you were like, click.
Yeah. And then you wait for it to get to 99% on the battery. Oh, look, plug it in, light turns on, protection circuit. Very good. And so that was before yesterday. That was pre-Christmas. And we're like, you know what, we'll call her right after Christmas because it was 6 o'clock, or what was it, 2 o'clock Christmas Eve. Like, no, she's not going to get a call today.
Yeah.
So it comes Monday, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's already fixed. And she's like, no, it is not fixed. I'm not picking it up right now. And I'm like, I'll talk to Andrew, who's the last to work on it, but I'm pretty sure that we determined what it was. And so then we try and call her after an hour when Andrew comes in. I'm like, yeah, call her and inform her everything you found, what's going on, why the charging wasn't working originally, etc. And we called her twice. No answer. So I am sure at 10 o'clock today, the thing that's going to interrupt us is going to be a woman with a British accent coming up to that door going, "Open, sir, open." Yeah, because we've locked the door this time instead of yesterday's barge-in offense, which was quite entertaining on its own. Problem with that is when she comes back, she had already asked for a refund. I was like, well, all sales are final as I described to you. I will put your data on these SD cards or SIM cards.
She brought in some flash drives.
Yeah, why did I say SIM cards? Flash drives. But then she changed the password on the laptop. And so the original password I had from weeks ago is not the new password. I can't start your data. I just can't. I was like, oh.
You have to have the password and you have to answer your call to give us the password.
And then she humbly requested, since she no longer trusted us, that we do something about the laptop since, she spent so much money with no fuss. Been a great customer. I'm like, what do you mean no fuss?
I mean, nothing but fuss.
Nothing but FUSSSSSSSSSS. Shit. S. Just stressful. Every time you try and help an old, elderly person out, they feel comfortable with you. And I love my elderly customers. But more often than not, they are the people that come and say, I know Chris, he's my best bud. Oh, Chris will remember me. And then they want something for free. Or they want it now. Even the guy who came in yesterday to pick up his Pioneer radio. Listen, I do not base my business on reviews. I do not. And it is funny because I care if we're not a 1-star or 5-star business. What I care about is how often people walk out with a decent experience because they'll tell their friends before social media will.
Yeah.
But boy, did this one get me heated, especially with all the shit going on Monday. All the stuff from Christmas. And also there's a thing with Google we'll talk about. But this guy comes in, he's a vet, apparently he heard my name from another vet, and bring it in. He's like, I'm only going to talk to Chris. I'm like, all right, yeah, we'll check it out. You typically 3 to 5 days. It's not going to be before Christmas. 7 days till Christmas. We're going to need to take a look at it. If there's any physical damage, anything that's not physically damaged, we're going to have to look at schematics. That can take some time. I definitely told him 3 to 5 days we'll take a look at it, but that does not guarantee a repair.
Yeah.
So 10 days goes by. I talked to him at 5 days. He was very pissed. I'm like, okay, well, we're getting to it. I think we started at 7 days because we were shorthanded. And I told him that. 10 days goes by total. He calls again, irate about why it's not done. Like, well, we tore it down. Nothing physically looks damaged. We're looking for schematics. If schematics aren't available, that's where we stop. Schematics aren't available, but nothing physically looks damaged, and everything is working. And he's claiming that only things that aren't working is the Blu-ray. And I'm like, played Civil War, worked, fine.
Yeah.
But it's working on our system, so everything looks fine. You can pick it up. And then he didn't pick it up for another week after his strain. So then he comes in and he's like, oh, you're the owner of the business, right? That's fucking terrible business. You're horrible. I'm like, well, because we gave you an expectation, met the expectation, completed the task that we told you we would in the time we told you we would. All right, bud, you're not, nothing's going to make you happy. Have a nice day. And then he's on his way out. This is where it pissed me off, because I'll troll with him all day long. But he's like, you give vets a bad name. You're a piece of shit. I'm like, all right, bud, you can wobble your ass out of my store now.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that was when the customer I was talking, he was writing, stopped, like set the pen down, and he was just to himself. He was like, "That's not how you talk to people." Like the customer.
yeah, because he was all fucked up about it. I'm like, sure, I curse a lot.
You're a disgrace to vet. Like,
See, I've
could feel
helped a
that-
lot of vets. I've done a lot of things for a lot of vets. And man, that guy just pissed me off. I'm like, my veteran status has no business in this conversation when I went out of my way, met every expectation for you, because we still had a 2.5 week queue when he first brought it by. And I was like, you know what? This is going to be an easier one. 3 to 5 days, I'll take a look at it. And I still did.
Mm-hmm.
Gave him a call, gave him an update. But he was one of those customers that kept calling before it was done. So he can just have a nice fucking day, never come back. Oh, I'll never recommend. I'm like, I don't care. Anyone you're going to recommend is going to have as bitter of an attitude as you. Nope. Sorry, bud. There you go. He's mad he spent $40 on 2.5 hours of my time. You're lucky. That is not what my time goes for.
Yeah.
Oof. Especially he had asked us to source that. I could have charged him. It is what it is. But the fun part I found out about Google, I was wondering, I was like, man, the store's bank account hasn't been going up. They got a bunch of deposits. What's happening over Christmas? We did pretty well. You know what I found out? The reason why it's super busy is because Google has been like overcharging the hell out of me for bids. So AdWords, to anyone who's not familiar, we spend probably $5,000 a month. Great. But this month we spent an extra $2,500 within 7 days. The 20th, 22nd, 24th, 25th, 27th, all of that. $500 charges. Just bing, 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 bing. Yeah, I know. So we looked into it through our advertising agency, and they're like, hey, we're running your ads. Your bids are through the roof right now. We need to tone this down. I'm like, no, let it go through the new year. If they charge me an extra $3,000, that's on them. We've had the same setting for a year. Nothing like this. We should be capped out at that $5,000 a month.
Yeah.
Capped. So if they're doing individual charges, that's on them. They're not approved to do. Now they can bid up or down a certain percentage. Great, but they have to stay within that window to fill.
Yeah.
It's not like every time they hit the $500 threshold they can charge.
They have like a 10% they can go over or whatever.
Yeah,
a little bit to run that extra ad on a Saturday evening. Cool.
Yeah, because then they're just assuming you have $1 million of customers that are walking through your door, and that we can charge you $500 a minute. No, that's
Some people are running this to the penny. They overspend $14. Their week is ruined.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of guys. When I started, I spent $400 on AdWords Express, and I still made $30,000 a month. So to spend $5,000 on AdWords and make $70,000 a month is crazy. You know, it's an extra $40,000, but still, it's not the turnaround from the $300 to $500 I was spending before. It causes a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
I was up last night looking at it, and I'm like, holy shit, why are they just bing, 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 bong? You know, it's like, what's that saying? The TikTok, the bing bong.
Bing bong.
When these dogs are in your yard, just know I'm upstairs going hard. Yeah, I'm like looking at my bank account. What the fuck?
Coney Island guys.
Yeah, those Coney Island guys are hilarious. Oh, Jonas Brothers. I told you about that. They did the Coney Island guys. Yeah. He's like, bing bong. When you see these dogs in the yard, just know I'm going upstairs going hard. What do you want to say to Joe Byron right now? Bing bong. Take me out to dinner. I was like, we get it? We got it.
Got it.
But yeah, man, there's a lot of little things that cause anxiety in the business. There's shit customers. There's bills that are due. There's what the fuck is it? Mobile Sentrix double credited us for something.
Yeah.
They
credited us something 4 months ago double, and now they're taking it back now, so now we owe them.
But ironically, this is right when we make a post, hey, fuckers, you owe us a $500 phone sale. You're causing us some panic here. Why don't you just give us a replacement device? Any S10, any S10 Plus, we'll take it. This is on them. They don't have it, great. But they're costing us time and money. So, in my opinion, if Marquez ever sees this, he's dropping the fucking ball. He can source the phone. He can handle it. But this is anxiety where my customers now come to me over 2 weeks for this damn phone, and I'm like, I can't seem to grab one because I'm already made the sale from the device from Sentrix. Now, I could buy him one on Amazon, eBay, whatever, but I didn't blacklist the shit. It's a finance phone that they're selling to people for no reason. Mm-hmm. It should be guaranteed, but this is the second time this has happened in 2 years. In a year. 1 year. There was an iPhone 7.
We had the Moto as well. That one took forever to get a replacement.
3 phones in a year. This is why there's anxiety in business, because the people that you're trusting to know their shit, because they are a larger, more robust parts and availability wholesale customer service-based company that deals only with direct sales people, not customers or consumers. Mm-hmm. They're dropping the fucking ball left and right, and it's worse than your sell parts at this point. Like, we order a lot from Sentrix. It's not a lot of money to some people, but the repair parts and whatnot that we spend, we probably spend like $5,000 a week. Probably.
And Gadgets is close in price and now offers the same guarantee, so it's looking pretty sweet now.
Unfortunately, we are shopping solely with Gadgets until then. That's I'm not paying them $700. I'll send them every phone we have right now that's theirs back to them to clear any overcharge. Send them a bunch of those iPhone X's at the price we paid for them, not at the price they are now. Mm-hmm. You want to play a game and just miraculously cause this problem, then pull the credit out of your ass when you owe us money and a device, and then block my man who's making a post about you. That's petty shit.
Which I don't have any replies to that, so I'm sure
it's been
blocked, posted about me or something.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody know to talk to this guy.
Well, not even that. It's petty. The group has turned shitty, and it's no longer a source or benefit.
It's together for good info. Now it's just people bitching about stuff, people telling them to not bitch, and people roasting you.
Well, they can roast all they want, but there's
don't roast and then say your group is a pillar of integrity in the industry. A bunch of dudes rabble rousing. Nothing really wrong with that, but we really need things handled, and it's not the resource it used to be.
Yeah, exactly. It should be, hey, reach out here if you can't get a hold of us or get a solution, because then now it holds them accountable. Well, not anymore. They just remove posts, block people. It's some petty shit. Because can you even message him?
I still have the messages visible, so I don't know if he just blocked me in the group or what. Because if you block someone on Facebook, it deletes the messages. It wipes everything. If
you block or untag their post, and you put in the post that, hey, he didn't, he blocked this.
I didn't add that because I see his messages. I don't know if I'm blocked. I don't want to say I'm blocked and then have him hop in and.
I would definitely put that the tag is removed. He's removed the tag. I have added him at this post. Unfortunately, the tag has been removed. Running out of jewel pods. There's a million ways they could have handled it. He could have just given us a new device, because it's not like it's just us trying to sell this phone. We've already sold this phone.
Yeah.
We do not have a current replacement due to a burglary. I'm not restocking, and I'm not fucking buying from them until they solve the issue. You don't go and say, hey, you fucked up, let me buy more from you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Especially now that there's this issue for 2 weeks. We've been buying from them. They haven't been shipping our products out on time, which they owe us a few overnights on that shit because, we didn't have time to get it out. Well, FedEx didn't pick it up. No, FedEx definitely would have picked it up, since I have other people that got picked up last night. You didn't put it out. Like, you forget that there is a network of people that conversate here. Mm-hmm. So if one person goes out for an overnight, and just one, on the same night that you're saying, mine didn't, you didn't label and pack it. Anytime they say FedEx missed, or there was an issue with FedEx, or it got delayed, they post it to the groups. If there's not a post, it's not FedEx's fault. And it's unjust anxiety, flat out. It's just them, doing stupid shit and then causing more stress for other people. I know I'm not the only one when I say Sentrix is not the business it used to be. Wholesale parts in general is not the business it used to be. 2021 has caused an uproar where now we have our own Chinese suppliers that have just as good warranties that directly sell through Facebook, through WhatsApp, through Telegram, directly to us. Mm-hmm. It's unnecessary.
Just skip third party, save some money.
We save half. Yeah. Half. You pay $40 for a screen that you're getting for $20 straight from Shenzhen or Guadalajara or whatever it is. And they will take it back, and an RMA is longer, sure, but they will take it back just fine. Takes a little bit longer, but you pack it up the same way we do with Sentrix's once a month. We still have to pay.
Just has to clear customs is the only delay. It's like, exactly. What are they going to do about that?
Same process, and it's unfortunate, but at this point, Sentrix isn't getting a dime of that money. They're going to get a bunch of return devices until they solve this issue. I've got plenty of their dead stock. I haven't been an asshole, but I will. Oh, shit. I got 3 tape bases I'm going to return.
It's not like all the tape just sits on hangers.
Lifetime warranty, right? Mm-hmm. Open a return on them. Today. Open a return. See, unfortunately, these are no longer viable. They have just cut fingers. They're a hazard. They've been sitting on a shelf. We've been meaning to send them back. Unfortunately, they are very dangerous, and word it however you want.
Watch for the fight we get into for them returning it for $60 and not the $300 you paid for them.
Hey, are they $60 each?
They're cheaper now. I don't know what they're at.
Let's find out what they are before we wrap this up. I get it. I am a petty business owner. But like, when you play stupid games, I get to play stupid games because it's a stupid game, which there's 2 players. I can be petty. I'm usually not the petty guy.
Yeah, they're $97 now.
$97. So I get almost all my money back. I paid $250. So yeah, I got a third of my money back? Just under a third, or just over a third? Fuck yeah. Over a third of my money back. I'm happy with that. They've been collecting dust. Here you go.
If you wanna, we could just send everything back. Everything. All the sealed packages. We'd have to do a bit to stock up on gadgets first, but we could be like, you owe money? Take everything back. We're done. Here's a big box. All your shit's in a box to the left.
Yeah.
Beyonce song. Yeah.
It's dumb because they play these stupid games. All you had to do, hey, I understand he couldn't get the part or the phone, but he had others, and then he told us, Monday, then it was Tuesday, and it's been a week and a half since he told me he got a shipment. And I saw that there was devices online that people scooped up, but he is the business owner. Mm-hmm. Go down to your warehouse, call somebody, say, hey, I got a customer. We sold him a blacklisted phone when we guaranteed the IMEI to be clean. grab him a phone. Oh, there's price difference. Okay, great. Just it's $15. They spend $5,000 a week.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Get me the phone. You're the one who has it. Send it to me. I'll send you yours back.
Give us
You
a
don't
phone.
cross ship? Great. Give me a label. I'll send you yours. Have we already sent him theirs?
We did send it. That was
So
when he had gotten his
you now have property of mine.
under the promise of his team of receiving stuff last Monday, they were going to process that order and get us a phone. And now it's oops, we don't have that phone. So he had to have had several of them in that phone, and they didn't pass quality assurance, and now they're scrambling.
Yeah. So the next step is if I buy one of those S10es, he's
Send
gonna.
him the invoice.
I'm gonna send him the
Buy
invoice.
our phone.
Yep.
See ya.